Hello everyone, welcome to Chapter 1 in Marketing Principles. This chapter just gives a good broad overview of what marketing is. So throughout the course of this course, you will learn a lot about marketing and its function and what it's used for and what it is and quite frankly what it isn't. It's a pretty cool subject and I love it a lot, and hopefully I can get you guys to love it as well, so at some point you become marketing majors. Okay, that's my goal. So watch out. I'm on a mission. Okay. So the things that we need to learn here, basically what is marketing in terms of its role in an organization, how do we create value, and basically why is it important. Okay. So when we think about marketing, it's a specific function within the organization, just as human resources would be, or production management would be, or finance, or accounting. Okay, so we're going to learn a good bit about what it's all about. So what is marketing? This is the definition. I'm not going to read it to you. You can certainly read it on your own. But really, basically what it comes down to is creating and communicating and delivering value. So you have consumers in the marketplace, they have wants and needs, and basically marketing's role is to find out what those wants and needs are, create something of value to satisfy those wants and needs, and then finally deliver them to the marketplace. Okay, so clearly implied in this is that marketing benefits both the company as well as the customer itself. Okay. All right, so a little more on what marketing is. We'll talk about it in terms of a graphic here. Helps create value. We've already mentioned that. It's about satisfying needs and wants. I also mentioned that as well. You know, why does the iPad exist? There was some desire in the marketplace for a tablet, something that falls somewhere between a laptop and a mobile phone for surfing the internet and chatting with friends and doing email and all kinds of things. So the marketing individuals at tech firms went out and discovered, oh, there's a need for this. This is what they want. Let's figure out how to make this happen. Okay, so we're satisfying needs and wants. It entails an exchange. There's got to be an exchange between two parties. Okay, if there's no exchange, there's no marketing. All right. And exchange is more than just selling a product for money. It can also be the communication between individuals as well. That would be a verbal or a written exchange. Okay? Requires product price, place, and promotion decisions. Those four together are called the marketing mix. We will talk about them extensively in this course. But these are the four major categories of marketing functions that take place. All right? And again, we'll talk about them in great detail. Know that it can be performed by both individuals as well as organizations. You know, we know marketing in terms of companies. When McDonald's has commercials, they promote products. Nike does the same thing. So does Apple. But think about politicians. Politicians market themselves. Think about humans. Think about you guys as you are on the dating market, for example. You put your best foot forward. You communicate certain things about yourself, trying to attract individuals. That's marketing. You may not believe that to be the case, but that is definitely marketing. Okay, so individuals perform marketing as well as organizations, and then finally, marketing occurs in many settings, all over the place. So we'll learn about this in great detail later on as well. So look at this ad for a second. What group is Pepsi targeting with this ad? Okay, think about wants and needs here, and more specifically wants. You know, who might find this ad appealing? You know, is it going to be men that find the actress attractive? Is it going to be women that find her attractive? You know, someone that they want to emulate? Is it people that are looking for a low-calorie or no-calorie soft drink? You know, it could be multiple different types of groups. Okay, but the idea here is that through marketing we are satisfying wants and needs through targeting specific customers that are going to be favorably predisposed to whatever it is that we're offering. Okay, so think about that for a minute. Also, what other benefits of soft drinks might Pepsi advertise? You know, they could focus more on locale. They could focus more on lifestyle. They could focus more on fitness and body image, things like that. Okay. So what groups might those benefits appeal to? Clearly, it would be different benefits, or different groups than those that just are looking at that model as attractive. Okay. So anyways, we satisfy needs and wants. We target individuals. We try to satisfy or create benefits that satisfy these wants and needs, and target them at specific groups. Okay, I mentioned earlier marketing entails an exchange. Okay, so the most basic level, you've got a good or a service that you communicate and deliver to a marketplace, and that marketplace returns to the sellers both money and information. So what do we mean by information here? Information is just feedback. We signal that we like the product, it's of good quality, we like it, but maybe we could fix something. Maybe these particular characteristics are undesirable. If you added these characteristics to it, maybe it would be better received. Okay, so those types of things are considered information that are part of the marketing exchange process. Okay. Again, we mentioned product, price, place, and promotion. These are the four major categories of marketing functions. This is called the marketing mix. We can also call it the 4 Ps because you have all 4 categories start with a P, so it's the 4 Ps of marketing: product, price, place, and promotion. And they work together. The product creates value, price captures value, place delivers value, and promotion communicates value. Okay, so let's think about that for a second. Think about Apple. Apple created the iPad, correct? That's a specific product. Okay, so that product itself, it provides some great value to consumers. It's sleek, it's easy to carry around, it's portable, you can surf the web, you can check email, you can do all kinds of things on it, you can play games. So those things are things that are of value to consumers. Okay? But Apple is a business as well. They're in the business of making money, so they have to capture some value as well. So they set some sort of price that allows them to make some money, to allow them to sustain themselves, to continue to create more value going forward. Okay, so that's where price comes into play, and we'll talk about price in good detail later on. But basically, price can be used not only to make money for the firm, but also to create perception in the consumer's minds. Okay, so we'll talk about that more later. Place, this is where you deliver the value. This is where you actually have the product offered to the consumer. So be it Amazon or a store, for example, a door-to-door salesman, that's how you're delivering value to the consumer. Okay, and then finally, communication value comes through promotion. You are communicating to the marketplace that this thing is of value. So with the iPad, you might have advertisements that show people actually using the iPad and what you can do with it. You're communicating the value that the product can provide to you. Okay? So again, we'll talk about those in great detail later on for sure. Okay? So the product, mentioned this, we create goods, services, ideas, things that create value for consumers. Okay? So 3 categories there: goods, services, ideas. All right? Goods are tangible products, tangible things that you can touch and feel and are durable and that aren't gone after a single use. Services are intangible things, a massage, a tax consultant, lawyer services. Those types of things are services. They're intangible products. And then ideas are just ideas. We can run a commercial with the slogan "Don't mess with Texas." That's an idea. But it also creates some sort of value, the value of not littering. Okay, price, again, I mentioned this, like it says there, price is everything a buyer gives up in exchange for the product. Okay, so it's more than just money. You know, it's the time and effort that goes into acquiring the product. That costs. That has a cost as well. Okay. All right, and so that all rolls into everything, and also the price itself. You know, consumers have a limit as to what they're willing to pay. Okay, so you have to find a place where consumers are willing to pay a particular price that actually can allow the company to make profit. So we'll talk about price later on. Okay, place. Again, this is just basically having the products available in a place where consumers will actually purchase them. So you're delivering the value. Okay. All right, promotion, communicating value, advertising, coupons, things like that, where we are promoting the product, communicating what it's all about to the marketplace. And as you can see here, promotion, the end goal promotion is to inform, persuade, and remind that this particular product exists, this particular benefit can be had through this product, and this particular product will satisfy this particular value. Okay, so inform, persuade, and remind. Okay, mentioned that marketing can be performed by individuals and organizations. Manufacturers make monitors. Monitors they sell to retailers. The retailers sell them to consumers. Consumer may then sell it to someone else via Etsy or Craigslist. Okay, so individuals or organizations, either one can perform marketing. Marketing has a great impact on stakeholders, and stakeholders are just anyone that has any particular ownership or stake within a particular organization or business. Okay, so society. You know, if we go out and we, you know, create a product that basically, I don't know, automates some manufacturing process and thus eliminates the need for so many employees. You know, that's you know, through marketing, through promoting those products, we're impacting society greatly. You know, obviously it impacts customers. Customers are big stakeholders. Employees. You know, just how, you know, the better we do as a firm, the better off our employees are going to be. So, you know, good marketing has a positive impact on employees. And then finally, supply chain. Okay, so supply chain are all those organizations that help you get the product from raw materials all the way to the end user. Okay, so again, what you do marketing-wise can impact supply chain all over the place. So we'll talk about supply chain later on. Okay. Creates value. We've talked about this. You produce products, you sell and market the products, and then you end up with what we have today is called value-based marketing. So what we have here basically are what are called the marketing eras. In the production era, basically, this is a long time ago, basically companies would produce whatever they wanted because they felt they were the experts. We'll produce it, they will come. You know, they'll buy our product. So it's kind of this if you build it, they will come type mentality, which you should know doesn't really work. Okay, so at some point competition increased and there was a lot more you know, problems firms were having just engaging in the production era. So what they did is they started to market themselves. So they had door-to-door salespeople that would go out and kind of push the products, and then at some point later on they developed you know, this concept of marketing where you know, it's more than just selling. Now we have advertising. We have all these other features that go into play to help assist the salespeople sell the products for the producer. Okay, but then at some point we got into what's called value-based marketing. It's also called the marketing concept. This idea that everything revolves around the consumer. You know, we go out and we find out what consumers want. We produce something of value and then provide it to them. Okay, so it's kind of the opposite of production. Production, you produce the products and then try to sell it. Value-based marketing, you find out what they want, then you produce it for them. Okay, so it's kind of flipped. So anyways, here's an example of a value-based marketing ad. This is Pepperidge Farm. This is Pure Dark Chocolate Light Exquisite Cookie. So they've gone out and they've understood that this is something that is of value to consumers. Consumers demanded it, so now they've created it and are selling it in the marketplace. Okay, so here's some questions. Check yourself. We may talk about these in class, we may not, but just what is marketing? What is it? What do we satisfy? What are the 4 components of the marketing mix? Who performs marketing? What are the various areas? We talked about all these things in detail, so hopefully you can answer those. Here's just a picture of value-based marketing. Look at these jeans. They're all torn up and beaten up and dyed, and they look kind of old, right? Well, at some point, way back when, marketers who were checking out the consumer markets discovered that people were wearing their jeans until they just about fell apart, and they were putting holes in them intentionally and doing all this other stuff. So they realized, wow, if that's what consumers want, we need to give that to them. So we're going to make them. So you can now go to stores and get jeans that are worn out and really broken down because they hold some sort of value to consumers. So firms have figured that out. So they've engaged in value-based marketing and have basically given consumers what they wanted. Okay, so firms need to be value-driven at the end of the day. They need to be really focused on the consumer and what the consumer wants. Because if you don't provide something the consumer wants, they're not going to buy anything from you because they're just, that's just the way it is. You don't buy things you don't want, right? Okay, so how do firms get to that point where they're value-driven? They share information. They share information with consumers. They share information with their suppliers. They're continually working to improve things in order to continually create value. Okay, you balance benefits with costs. So everything is a benefit cost type trade-off. So you have to really strongly consider those trade-offs. Okay, so that's something else that we do. And then finally, and maybe most importantly, you build relationships with customers. If you can get a customer to become happy, the customer is going to do a number of things. They're going to come back and buy from you again, but more importantly, they're going to tell other people. And the more they tell other people, those people try the products out. And if they're happy, they tell other people, and all of a sudden you've got this big viral phenomenon going on. Okay, so at the end of the day, that's probably the most important part of becoming a value-driven firm. Okay, social media. We're going to talk about social media a lot in this class. Okay, just know it's a huge part of marketing nowadays. All right, so you've got statistics there you can look at, but I think you know from your own lives that through Facebook, through Twitter, through Instagram, through all other kinds of places, we are connected. This world is very, very much connected now. Okay, so other questions here to think about. Does providing a good value mean selling at a low cost, a low price, that is? What are the benefits of long-term relationships with customers? And then how are marketers connecting with customers using social and mobile media? Again, we may or may not talk about these in class, but make sure that you have kind of a working answer for each of them. So why is it important? Is marketing important? Of course it's important. As a marketing professor, I have to say that, right? But it really, truly is. It allows you to grow your business. It allows you to, become entrepreneurial and kind of figure out, get in the heads of people and figure out what it is that they want and provide it to them. It cuts across all the different marketing channel members, which we'll talk about later on, and it most definitely enriches society as well. If Apple wasn't such a good marketing organization, they wouldn't be as successful as they are, and they wouldn't, we won't have all these tools to help us communicate with others, and their employees probably wouldn't be as numerous. So, it provides jobs, provides solutions, provides value, certainly enriches society. So marketing is very important. Okay? So a couple other things. List the 5 functions that illustrate the importance of marketing, and then finally, a firm doing the right thing emphasizes the importance of marketing to what? Okay? So again, just come up with the answers to those. Again, we may chat about those. And that's pretty much it for Chapter 1. Okay? So When you come to class, we will have some exercises and some activities that will build on what you've learned in this chapter. So make sure you have read and taken notes before you come to class, and we'll go from there. So thanks. Have a good day. Talk to you soon.